Last month, I released my very first EP. Breakfast in New York is a jazzy little hors d'oeuvre tray I served up this fall, but if you're watching this video, you probably know that already. Today I thought it'd be fun to take a look at some of the defining sounds that made their way into this album and talk about how they got there. So this EP starts off with a mixture of two different ambient sounds that we captured outside of Braddock Bay. We're getting wind noise. How does that make you feel?
Winded.
This is actually the same location that we filmed our live shoot of Autumn. I was originally just planning on using the wind, but then I really liked how these steps sounded. Also, shout out to Recon the Black Lab for panting into this microphone and then trying to eat it. The next thing we get is a little electric piano action, and that's actually how this EP got its name. Breakfast in New York is one of the presets that comes on the vintage keys pack by Native Instruments. I use this keyboard sound on every single song in this EP. So I pulled some really weird vocal harmonies in both the intro and in Autumn. Tone shifting is nothing new in the world of electronic music, but I actually stumbled across this particular technique completely by accident working on a project for a client. Step one is to load the whole thing into Melodyne, which is what people are talking about 50% of the time they say something sounds auto-tuned. The other 50% of the time is actual auto-tune. Side note, stop saying things sound auto-tuned. It's like calling a picture Photoshop. You don't sound smart, you sound basic. Step two is to take the formants and shift them down a few thousand semitones, and you're left with this. There are 3 interruptions on the drops of Autumn. Normally, to create an interruption, you just download a pack from the internet of sounds that somebody else made. I am proud to say that I only did that one time in this particular song. The other 2 are samples that I pulled right out of the Moog Mother 32. The first interruption is a really simple sound. It's just a filter sweeping through a note. The second interruption is the same basic concept, but I took an LFO and used that to fire the filter off a bunch of times at a decreasing speed. Also, here's a great anecdote to express just how uncultured I am. I wrote this song during my junior year of college, and initially it was called Autumn Leaves. I played it for a friend of mine, and his immediate reaction was to say, "Sean, you know there's already a jazz standard called Autumn Leaves, right? So, you know." If you're trying to find a point to this one, it's that literally anything can be turned into a trap cover. You just need sprinkler hi-hats, weird percussive textures, an 808 bass, and you're there. This song also features a pair of solos by Sean Seville. Sean and I went to college together, and he currently plays for the band Free Casino. I'll drop a link to them below. This song is a great testament to the fact that you can't improve the sound of a recording, but you can totally make it sound worse. Tastefully. The original sample that spawned this song was a phone recording that sounds like this.
All of me, why not take all of me?
To give the impression that this is a much older recording, I trimmed off a lot of the high and the low end. Older consumer-grade speakers don't reflect these frequencies as well as modern ones do. I pulled the same trick with this piano. Lastly, if you've listened all the way to the end, you've probably heard this outro. That's actually just the beginning sample again, transposed down 15 semitones. And that's the EP. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll be back in a month with a brand new series of projects. So until then, stay tuned. Bad pun.